Ego. A great topic. Great topic that's been coming up a lot in the conversations I've been having with clients and friends and colleagues. So it was on my mind, man. Ego. We hear that word, ego. And a lot of times there's this negative connotation to it. He's got a big ego, or ego took him down, right? The dangers of ego. That is absolutely true, and we will dive into that on this. The trappings of ego. Also recognize the other side of that same coin. The positive parts of ego. Ego, a lot of times, is what makes us know we deserve better. Makes us strive for more. Want to be more, do more, go different places. I hear a lot of guys from small towns or just they're not where they want to be and they look around and they just felt like they're made for more. And they go off and they achieve. What is that? There's a little bit of ego in there. It's not that you think you're better than somebody or people think they're better. It's just that they want something different and possibly a little bit more. There's a little bit of ego there going into different military selection pipelines. I want to go special forces or whatever, man. There's a little bit of ego wrapped up in there. That's why built into the training, they push that humble piece because you need to eat that humble pie because you're dealing with guys that got a little bit of ego. And it's definitely a catalyst. Ego drives a lot of ambition to achieve more, to acquire more. Now that can go in the negative 100%. Meaning, it's insatiable. Ego can be insatiable. Oh, I can't be, never happy. Right? Never satisfied. Just need more, this empty void. Also, on the negative side of ego is that pleasure seeking. Those destructive habits. That's ego, man. I want to feel how I want to feel in this moment. I want to go get fucked up. I want to go out with this girl or cheat or do whatever, or these drugs, because I want this immediate pleasure. I need my ego stroked. That's what a lot of that is. Ego can be very dangerous. Also, ego, we start drinking our own Kool-Aid, believing we're all that in a bag of chips. Guess what? God, the universe, life humbles the fuck out of us when we start doing that. Get a little bit ahead of our skis, man, then fucking yard sale. Ego, man. Also, another trapping of ego is the judgment, man. It clouds our realistic lens. I saw a quote, I was reading a book, there's Lessons for Living by Phil Stutz. And he talks about a realist isn't judgmental. A realist isn't judgmental. Because why? Well, if you're realistic, why would you be judging what is? It just is. And when we judge it, it's not saying you can't have an opinion on something, but when we judge it, we're trying to put how we think it should be. That's our ego, man. That's our ego wrapped up in there. It's that we think how it should be and how things should be arranged in the world, or people should act, or this should be. Man, that's something that I got to think about, right? We all have these biased views. We have to be honest that when we pass judgment, we're really passing on the ego of how we think it should be, and not just accepting it as it is. It's an important point. This ego, it's multi-textured and very multifaceted. Ego can be something fantastic, like you want more for your family. You don't think you're taking care of your family enough, so you go out and you start that business. You want to make more money for your family to do certain things. You want the new car for your wife and kids to be in a big, safe, nice new car that they can be proud of, or whatever it is, right? There's a little ego wrapped up in there. It's not bad, right? It can be very good, man. That's a very positive part of ego, is that driving force. Also, what ego can be is a hindering force, in that it takes us off track of our goals. For the pleasure seeking and all that. But it also expectation. How fast things should be happening. How fast things should be developing. Discouragement is created from the basis of ego. You went into something thinking you should have these results by this time. And when it then being let down because it didn't come to fruition. Why in this world do we think that we understand in the cosmos how fast things should happen? We don't really. When we strip down our ego, we can be a lot more patient. When we strip down our ego, I'm not saying get rid of it. Notice, strip it down, right? Because we need a little bit of it to want more. Man, if you just live in absolute humility, bro, you be a pauper. That's not always good, man. If that's how you want to live, cool. But that's not how I want to live, right? I want to take care of me, my family, and myself in the right ways and be able to cover down on medical emergencies and all these different ways, right? And that takes a little ego to drive. It's for a good cause, man. It's for an altruistic, outside of ourself, transcending self reason, but still ego. When we can strip down the ego, we can embrace that pace. When we go into it with a more realistic view of things are going to take longer than I think they are. I'm just going to control what I know I can control. The simple daily battle rhythms. Simplify, streamline. That's stripping down ego, right? Cleaning out the closet, cleaning out the drawers, simplifying what we eat, do, and think. That's definitely stripping down the ego. Simplification can definitely, is definitely a stripping down of ego. We don't need all these things that end up weighing us down. They end up being anchors for us, right? With the things we own can end up owning us if we allow them to. When we pull back that ego, understand ourselves a little more, understand the environment a little more, that self-awareness, that environmental awareness, we can have long vision. We can embrace the fact that it's a long road, it's a long journey, and just keep chugging along, powering through, doing the right things. Daily habits, daily thoughts, daily actions, battle rhythm. Everything's aligned with the overall mission. That's a stripping down of ego. Understanding ego in its multifacetedness, in its multifaceted nature. It's hard to say, even if that is not correct. I like it. The more we understand ourselves, our trappings of ego, what can catch us, how it can be useful, right? Ego's powerful. Like any powerful weapon system or anything, can also be dangerous. But harnessed well, can be massively productive, massively powerful, and build great things, build a great life. Be smart. Out here.